you all, first of all, for taking the time out of your afternoon to log into this webinar. My name is Kate McKenzie, and I am here on behalf of the After Sales Advertising Program. We're kicking off our webinar series this year and continuing on with our second installation of Understanding Your Metrics. So hopefully all of you who are on the call either are already enrolled in the After Sales Advertising Program and want to learn how to understand the reports that come along with it, or you're not currently enrolled and you're interested in seeing how the performance metrics work and how it can be beneficial for your dealership. As I said in the intro earlier, this will be a pretty quick webinar, under a half hour, so please feel free to send in questions via the questions tool or the chat box. So I'll be checking that throughout the session. So we'll get started. So going over, once you're enrolled in the program, what happens next? What should we be starting to think about? What should we be doing? Talking about why it's important to understand what your metrics are showing you. Look at the different ways that you can view the data that comes from this program, and a couple tools that we've created for you that can help maximize the investment that you are putting in the program. So we'll be going over all of that. So to start off, you're enrolled in the program, you are not sure what's next. So we have the reporting console available in the hub. So if you don't know where it is, it's under the Service Marketing tab, and it should say After Sales Advertising Program. Click that link and it'll take you right in. If you do have difficulty logging in to the portal, your Volkswagen Digital Consultant, or VDC, hopefully you know who that is, can help you out. If you don't know who your VDC is, I'm going to be giving you my contact information, and they are able to help you anytime with any questions that you have program related. This session is going to be recorded and will be available in the reporting console after the session is complete. So we get that question, so letting you know, yes, it will be, but now's your time to be interactive with me and ask any questions that you do have. So you logged into the reporting console. First thing to do is to look at your basic information, understand what this program is doing for you. So as a reminder, the program drives traffic to vwservicedeals.com, which is that secondary grouped advertising program. So this reporting console is going to show you all the performance of the program and how it's working for you. We've got a bunch of different reports, and we'll go over them today so that you can understand your customer and understand how they're searching, what they're searching for, and how it can help you in other facets of your business. So while this is regarding the After Sales Program, a lot of the information that we share here is available that you can use for your other things that you're doing, your Facebook marketing, your email campaigns, things with targeting where you're looking to reach your customer. A lot of this data can kind of be used in many ways. And then you've got a couple different ways to stay engaged with it. We have a monthly email that goes out to every dealer who is enrolled in the program, and we'll show you that. We'll talk about that later too. And then you should be having a monthly call with your VDC, and that call with your VDC is not just for this program, but for all of your dealer digital things as well. So if you have any questions on performance, any changes you want to make, and any questions that you have, they are your go-to resource. So if you don't know who that is, contact me and we'll hook you up. Okay, so this is what the reporting console looks like. This is a screenshot of your dashboard. So it gives you your main information of how the program is performing for you, your phone call data, how many coupon downloads you got, basically a quick overview of everything. Shows you where you currently are when it comes to your package enrollment, and our documents. So documents is where this webinar recording will be able to be found. Down below is your snapshot of your reputation management. We will be doing a secondary webinar in May that will go over just the listings portion of this program regarding social media and reviews. So if you're interested in how that part works, we'll have a webinar in May for that. So this is where all your main stuff is. Giving you a little bit closer of a view of the overall metrics. Clicks are anytime someone has clicked from the search engine results page to the VW Service Deals page, so you can see your clicks. Actions is anything that a consumer does once they come from the search engine. So they came to our page from their search, they downloaded a coupon, they got driving directions, they made a phone call from their mobile device, they clicked your X time or your tire store. We track everything that comes on the pages, and that's where this is. Your phone calls are also stored here as well, and I'll show you a deeper report of that later on. So this navigation bar is going to show you all the different things that are included in the reporting console. There are a lot of reports and a lot of different ways to view the data, which can be great for tools, but it can also be overwhelming. So if you do have any specific questions about the tools and the reports, please let us know. First place to start whenever I talk to a dealer is in the Dealer Content tab. So the Dealer Content tab over on the left-hand side is going to show you all the cities that we're currently displaying ads in. Now you have the ability to customize these cities if you think that you'd like to pull ads out of a certain area, maybe add them to another area. We can definitely make those changes for you. These two links right here, View Listing Page and View Dealer Profile Page, take you out to the consumer-facing site. So if you want to see what your page looks like on the VW Service Deals program, click on those links and they'll take you right out. We get a lot of questions on keywords and categories. So we advertise on 5 main categories of keywords: brakes, batteries, oil change, general repair, and tires. So here we show you per category that we're advertising on, the top ads, so the top ads that people are clicking on, and the top converting keywords. Now, keyword here is converting, meaning someone, again, comes from the search engine results page and does something else on our page. We would not consider a keyword ideal if someone did the search, came to our page, and then left without doing anything else. That would mean that we weren't serving them content that they were looking for. So those keywords may not be the strongest performing for us. So that's what converting means. So you can see per category, if you drop down this bar right here, you can change it to tires. You'll see that the ad content will change and the converting keywords will change depending on the category that you are looking at. So if you ever are curious about what people are searching for, this keyword area in the dealer content report is going to be a great place for you to look. We get a lot of questions in this program. We do not advertise on a dealership name. So that is a question we get if you're running your own paid search campaign. We say, great, continue doing that. We are not advertising on your dealership name. So that's a great question that we get a lot, so I want to address that right away. So here is where we would start. When you're ready to look at some of your more detailed reports, your overview report is the dealer report. It's everything that we saw on that main page, but in a more Excel format-friendly version. So you can download all this information, export it, save it. It breaks down everything that you'll see action-wise on the page. So that's that main overview. We're getting back to categories when we're talking about where everything is coming from when people are searching. So this report is really interesting in that, let's say like right now, we're in the midst of buy 3. If you participate, buy 3 tires, get 1 for $1. During this time, we will likely see a spike in the tire category. So you would be able to see that increase in traffic from the categories that we are targeting. Maybe you're doing a really intense oil push at the moment. We can likely see that correlation with the oil change service. What's great about this data as well is that it tells you what your consumers are looking for. So maybe you are really pushing oil, but consumers are really looking for batteries. So maybe we want to take this data and decide, okay, let's put out some really good battery offers or whatever it may be. So you can take this data, use it for other purposes as well. If you're enrolled in the $5.99 package or above, you do get the accessories category of keywords as well. So you can see that in the report. You can see the traffic that comes from the extra category too. The device report is a great one just for visibility and understanding how your consumers are looking for you. So this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone on this call, but mobile is the key these days. Everyone is searching on their phone, especially when it comes to auto service. So you're driving and all of a sudden a light comes on. You're likely, hopefully, not going to be texting while you're in the vehicle, but you were going somewhere, you were, on the road. So you're likely going to be looking up service on your phone for a fairly quick turnaround. Obviously, when it comes to service, people don't usually wait for a lot of those things. So this is a fairly immediate response and action. So you can see here, more than 60% of the traffic from this program comes from mobile devices. So this is great for you to know, not only for this program. Of course, we keep every site mobilely optimized, a clean user experience for anyone who searches on their phone. But also you want to take a look at the other things you're doing. Make sure your dealership website is really easy to navigate, has strong service presence. So a lot of times sales obviously takes over, but we want to make sure that on the mobile version, a consumer can easily get to your X time or to your phone number, all those things that they need. So keep that in mind when you are going through all the different things that you are participating in. Make sure that you are in a mobile-friendly format for everything. So that's great to see in the device report. So back to the cities, we talked about how you have the ability to customize these cities. We take a general radius in most cases. It's about 10 to 20 miles depending on the area that you're located in, and we set a radius marker for that. Those determine the cities that we target. Now you guys know your area better than we do. You have the ability to customize the cities. In the city report, it shows you where your traffic is coming from, not necessarily where we're advertising, but where your traffic is coming from. So this is a very interesting report, and it's super specific to each dealer. So I encourage you to check this out and see where your traffic is coming from. If you see a lot of traffic coming from a certain area that surprises you, we can have a conversation about if that's somewhere that you really want to continue targeting, or if you'd like to make adjustments to that, that search. So talk to your VDC, and then they'll probably end up talking with me as well about it. We have the ability to add cities. We have the ability to remove cities. Now, part of the program is the optimization. So something that you don't have to worry about is that optimization factor. We make changes for you based on how your traffic is flowing. But as I said, you know your area better than we do. You know that people 20 miles south, 25 miles south may be coming up to you because you're the best dealer or whatever it may be, or you want to try to drive traffic in those areas to you. So let us know and we can make adjustments. So it's a very interesting report. I have a lot of conversations with dealers about this one in particular, so check it out in the reporting console. Call logs is where all of the phone calls that come in through the program are stored. So as I mentioned, everyone gets a call tracking line when they enroll in this program, and all of the calls that come in through it are recorded. So we keep them right here in the call logs. You can play them, you can save them. The calls are stored for 5 months. So if you want to look back on some data, you can have that for 5 months. One thing that dealers do when it comes to the calls is track ROI. And we can track ROI by taking the caller phone, this column right here, and cross-referencing it with your repair orders, seeing if there are phone numbers that are correlated. Now, keep in mind that this isn't a totally foolproof method, as if I were to call maybe on my work phone, but when I came into the dealership, I called or I gave you my cell phone, or vice versa, whatever it may be. So it isn't totally solid, but it is one way for you to estimate some close rates regarding the phone calls. I listen to a lot of phone calls. I think they're very interesting for two purposes. One, you hear appointments being made. You hear things being asked, questions being answered. So it can be a really great tool. On the flip, you can hear some not so great things. You can hear being transferred around. You can hear being put on hold for a super long amount of time. You can hear maybe not so great customer service being given to a client. So I suggest using these phone calls as training tools. If you have a really great phone call where your service advisor gave awesome advice, the consumer made an appointment, or was just really thankful for the conversation that you had, share it with your staff. Call out your employee. Show them how great they're doing and praise them. If there's a call that is not so great, you can decide how you'd like to handle it, but it can be used as a training tool. What could we have done better to handle this customer? What can we do in the future to avoid that situation happening again? It is a best business practice to listen to these phone calls and to understand what your customer is looking for and how they're being treated. So it is a little bit of work on your end, but it pays back when it comes to establishing loyal customers and trust, and adding that trust level in for your dealership. So great tool that you can use. Two other tools that we've created for you. If you have been on this program for at least 90 days, we have likely done a recommendation analysis for you. What this means is that we have taken a look at your performance, we've taken a look at your budget, and we've looked at your where you're located, the traffic, how things are flowing. If we determine that you have the ability to spend more and be more active in the search world, we have put together recommendations for you. Now, not every dealer is recommended to increase their package. So this isn't just buy more, spend more. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we're showing you how your budget is working. For those of you who don't know, we take your budget, let's say it is $3.99 a month, which is our basic level package, and we divide it by the number of days in a month. That gives us your daily budget. So your daily budget is spread out throughout the month, so therefore you're showing every single day for at least a certain amount of time. Now, if you are in a metro area, a very busy area, densely populated, heavily competitive, you may be hitting your daily budget on a consistent basis. So you are spending every dollar very quickly in a day. Now, the goal is to be there all the time, right? The always on mentality. We want to be available when people are looking. If you are consistently hitting your daily budget, we would likely recommend you to increase your package or have a higher budget. So service volume, where you're located, and the digital traffic is taken into account when we are doing these analyses. In gray shows you what you had received during the time when we did the analysis, and then blue would show you what you could expect to receive after increasing your package. All you have to do is click the I want this package button, and we'll set you up on that higher level. Again, not everyone's recommended for this, but if you've been on the program for at least 90 days, check on the investment opportunity tab and see if you are recommended to increase your package. The idea here is that we don't want you to miss out on the traffic that could be coming to your dealership. So you could be participating in the program, which is great. It means you're out there, but you could be doing more. So that's where this comes into play. The revenue calculator is another thing that we created so that you can get an estimation of how the program is performing for you. We put together a handy little calculator here. It's great for math struggle people like me, and you can adjust some of this data. So in the white boxes, we take a percentage close rate. So of the X time clicks that we had, 20% converted into a sale. Of the phone calls that we received, 25% converted into a sale, and of direction requests, 15% converted. You can change this percentage to whatever you believe is a little closer. These are national averages, so if you would like to make some adjustments, you can change that. In the gray box, it shows you the true numbers that you received during that time period. So 34 X-time visits, 37 phone calls, and 6 direction requests. Takes the math, it does 20% of 34, it gives you this great number here in blue. The total there brings down to the number of visits, and then the average sale amount. And the average sale amount, again, was given by Volkswagen, but if you know your bottom line is a little less or a little more, go ahead and adjust that average sale amount, and your estimated revenue for that time period will adjust. So again, this is estimated. When it comes to the internet, you guys do know that not everything is fully attributable. So if someone made an appointment via the phone and you listened to it, but they didn't come in for the appointment, we are not able to tell that. If someone made a phone call, asked a question, but then came in later, we don't know that. So these are estimations overall, but it does give you an idea of how the program is performing for you. So that is available in the reporting console as well. This is the monthly email that I mentioned that everyone should be getting. If you are not getting this email and you would like to be added to the distribution list, VDC, great person. You can also email me directly if you have any questions as well. This gives you basically a snapshot of the reporting console without logging in, so that you can get an idea of how the campaign is performing if you don't have a moment to log in. This is sent on the 1st around 2 p.m., so if you have a question about it, let us know. So lastly, just wrapping it up, read your reports. If you're enrolled in the program, make sure that you're staying active. So this program could be a sit-back kind of program, but we really want you to stay engaged. If you see traffic fluctuations changing, making sure your coupons are updated and aggressive for the online customer. See how these changes can affect your business. Listen to your phone calls, use them for training, possible ROI tracking, all of that. Understanding your customer, where they're coming from. So reading those city reports, seeing how you can utilize the traffic reports, maybe for your mailers, maybe for other digital efforts that you're doing. You can learn from the activity of people on the internet. Make those adjustments as necessary, and then stay involved, getting those reports on a monthly basis, logging into the reporting console, talking to your Volkswagen digital consultant, and staying involved. You guys obviously have made the time today to be on this call, and I greatly appreciate it, and it means a lot for your business, so that you're committed to staying involved in service marketing and reaching those customers that don't already know about you. So that we have 2 more webinars that are not this. One is a Digital Marketing 101, and that starts in next week. So we will be going over everything, not just program related. So this actually is very little program related. It's just digital marketing in general. If you're curious to how search marketing works, if you're curious about AdWords, website quality scores, branding, social media, all of that stuff is going to be included in this Digital Marketing 101. So that one's going to be a little bit of a longer session. So send that to anybody that you think would be interested in learning about digital marketing in general. And then the last webinar will be our online visibility overview. So the stuff I talked about before, the reviews, how your dealership looks across the internet on Yelp, DealerRater, Cars.com, all of that kind of stuff will be gone over in the online visibility section of our webinar. So if you have questions on any of these, let me know. We did get a question regarding usability of the reporting console and changes. If there was a way for you to make the changes, or does everything go through us and the VDC team? And And the answer is that it does require a conversation between myself and you, or the VDC and you. And it's a good and a bad thing, however you view it. Good thing in that you don't have to worry about anything, but bad that if you wanted to make changes, you do have to reach out to someone else in order for it to happen. What I will tell you is that we have a really quick turnaround. So if you ask me something in a short period of time, we turn it around in usually 24 to 48 hours, so a little less than 2 days usually. So if you have any needs of getting things up quickly, we have the ability to do that. Great question. Thank you for asking that. So at this point, this is my email. So you guys have my my work email. And if you have any questions on your VDC or anything that we talked about today, like I said, this webinar is pretty specific. So if you have questions on your cities, questions on your reporting and your metrics in general, reach out to me and we can set up a call and go over your particular program. This one, like I said, is very specific to your metrics and what we can do to help your program. So this webinar will be available in the reporting console probably later today. So if you wanted to hear my voice again and learn a little bit more, feel free to check that out. We do have the coupons webinar already in there, so if you missed the first one, coupons and offers, it is there in there as well. So we'll be sending out more links. I got requests to send out links to the other webinars, so we'll be doing that as well. And I hope that you guys tune in. I'm going to hang on the line, though, for a little bit, so in case anyone else does have any questions, I'll be able to answer them. And if you don't feel comfortable asking them in the group setting, there's my email. But thank you guys so much for joining today and taking a half hour out of your day to learn about metrics and reports and all of that. We appreciate your time and commitment to your business. So thank you guys and have a great day, but I'll be here if you do have any questions. Thank you.